Good morning, Libra, and welcome to my channel. This is the Oracle of Zoraya Utranaya, and today I will be conducting a reading for you for the week of April the 7th to the 13th, 2024. Now, this is the week of the total solar eclipse that is happening in Aries. That is happening on Monday of next week. We are currently in Mercury retrograde. I believe yesterday, which was the 3rd of April, Venus entered Aries. We are approaching the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction that is happening in Taurus on the 20th. So we got lots of energy in Aries and a lot of impactful and intense energies this month. Okay, we also have Chiron in Aries as well. So definitely feeling it this month. Okay, I've already shuffled your cards and I've cut your decks, shuffled your cards 10 times. I'm utilizing the numerology of the date April 7th, 2024. Add up all the numbers, it equals 19, and then you break it down. 1 plus 9 is 10, and I shuffled it 10 times. Okay, so let's dive right into your reading. The first card we have is the Hermit. All right, so the Hermit is a card of introspection, perhaps having a dark night of the soul, maybe over the last 4 years with everything that has been going on in the world. You have been awakening to a lot of truths about what reality is. Humans will never really understand what humanity is. Our perception is quite limited as to what we can see and comprehend. But as we are elevating in our consciousness, more truth will be exposed. Okay, and as we are entering into the age of Aquarius, and with Pluto exiting and like oscillating finally, the last stage between Capricorn and Aquarius till the fall, we are going to see a lot more truths coming out, a lot more governments, top-down governments dissolving, royalty stepping down, and a lot of corruption that is going to be exposed as well. So perhaps it has been, all of this has been impacting you on a cellular level and on a mental level, on a spiritual level, and you have been in hermit mode and kind of absorbing everything that's happening around you. Perhaps some things are happening to you or have been happening to you on a more personal level. A lot of changes in your personal life, perhaps in relationships, perhaps in your work environment, and just elevation and of who you are. Okay, and transformation of who you are. And this can take a toll on someone. Okay, I have gone through numerous dark nights of the soul. It can be depression because your old self and your old world is dissolving in front of your eyes, and you're in that in-between mode where you don't quite understand where you're going and moving forward, and you're kind of just like in a purgatory or a limbo kind of thing, but you're figuring everything out. Okay, you have to be broken down in order to rise like the phoenix. Okay. So you are being encouraged to evaluate what your values are, what you stand for, what is important to you, and what you hold dear to your heart. Okay, my dear Libra. And when you do find this, because we are being encouraged to align with things that are more in tune with our values, with respects to people, with respects to our employment, and what we do for a living. Okay, if your job is taking the soul right out of you, perhaps that is something that you need to reevaluate. Okay, but we are being encouraged to step into our authenticity and to really go inside and to look in the mirror and see, are we happy with who we are? And once you have done this inner work, so this can also be a card of shadow work, okay, and facing all of the shadows that you have inside you. So facing all the traumas, facing all of the dark sides of you, okay, and accepting them, because you wouldn't be who you are without them, and they serve a purpose. Okay, at certain times and in certain times of your life, in certain situations, your shadow serves a purpose and can be of value to you, but you need to integrate it and you need to accept it and not run away from it, and you need to face it, okay, and see where they have come from, That way you are ready and you're fully integrated as a person, or on the process. Will never be fully integrated. Well, this is the whole lesson in the game of life. Okay, it's working towards ascension and transformation and increasing our consciousness, right? And this is part of the process, how you get to higher dimensions. Okay. But in order for you to so normally on the normal Rider-Waite deck, okay, so there's the star right in here in his lantern, okay? And you need to let your star out and let the world see it. But it's going to be easier to do that and to share your gifts and to be the star that you are and share it with the world, because there's only one you. You need to do all of your inner work and your shadow work. Okay, because then you are ready to move forward and step into the abundance and to step into all the opportunities that the universe has for you. Okay. Next, we have the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is a card that signifies getting advice, someone that is an expert, and someone that is good in business. Okay, he's not very emotional. Okay, so perhaps either you have been a little bit too emotional because you are in the middle of this dark night of the soul. You're in this middle of this introspection process, and it's time to balance it out, being a little bit more logical and pragmatic and mental, using your mental faculties. Okay, balancing it out a little bit more. If this is something about, so if you're having some issues with depression or some things that are because of you're having some hard times with what's going on with the world, or you were just on a personal level going through a rough time, the King of Swords, being that it is a card that represents experts, it is maybe encouraging you to seek out some professional help. Either it be a therapist, either it be, a spiritual coach, go to yoga. So there's a lot of different things. Go to a Reiki session, do some energy work, get a quantum healer. There's a lot of different things that you don't have to necessarily. I know my faith in mainstream medicine has dwindled. And, there is if you are in a major depression, there is some positive aspects to taking antidepressant medicine for the short term to get you out of it. But I would definitely, they always want to keep you on it forever. And what it is that, if you're in a really, really dark place, it can help you get out, so you can go to those therapy sessions and learn the strategies that you can use to help you think differently about situations. Okay, you need to learn coping strategies, and you need to learn you have to change the way you're thinking with a cognitive behavioral therapy or dialectical behavioral therapy or stuff like that. Okay, and then once you learn those strategies, you don't really need those medications anymore if it's like a depression or anxiety type of thing. Okay, there are situations where schizophrenia and everything like that, like, you need to be on meds, but this is a little bit different. Okay, so so I would be mindful if anyone wants to make you take medication for a long time, okay? Because they just want to make money, okay? So find someone that's more holistic. I know naturopath doctors they actually talk to you, and they get a more holistic view as to what is happening in your life. So perhaps getting multiple different people to help you out that are experts in different domains, okay? And I'm not saying that medicine is bad, but there's a time and place where you should take it and when you should stop as well. But you need to learn the coping strategies and not just rely on the medication. That's just like a Band-Aid, and it's not fixing the problem, okay? With respects to, so since this is a court card as well, and it's the King, someone could be coming in with respects to love, and this is a Pisces card. The Hermit is a Pisces card, I believe, right? I think so. Cancer. I'm not sure. It is early in the morning and I'm having trouble sometimes making that connection. So let me know in the comments if you know what the Hermit card is. I think it is Pisces. Um, could be wrong. Okay. That being said, there could be someone coming in for you. This is a general reading, so it doesn't necessarily have to be that card. But since we do have the King of Swords, there could be someone coming in for you that could be like the King of Swords, that's a little bit less emotional than you. It could be the what you need right now, okay? Then we have the High Priestess. So like I had mentioned before, when we started, when we had the King of Swords, perhaps you are emotional. You need to balance yourself out with more pragmatic and logical thinking. Get back down to reality, but also tune into your intuition. Okay, your intuition is trying to tell you something, Libra, and you are the zodiac sign of balance. Okay, so you have the power within yourself to become who you want to become. Perhaps your dreams are being quite more powerful right now. Perhaps you need to keep a dream journal beside your bed, and when you wake up, jot down what it is that you were dreaming. That way you don't forget it. That way you can see any patterns and reoccurring themes that are happening. And you know, there are books and websites out there that can help you decipher the symbology and the symbolism of what your dreams are trying to tell you. Okay. The High Priestess is also, so in the normal Rider-Waite deck, she is sitting in the Chamber of Solomon and it has no ceiling on it. And so what it's telling you, my dear Libra, is that you have unlimited potential right now. Okay. And if we look at this here, she is in the Game of Thrones show, this lady is the Red Priestess of the god Lahore, right? And he is the god of fire. So who is the god of fire that we are currently experiencing right now? We are experiencing Mars, or like the god of war, and he's also known as Aries. And we have a lot of planets in Aries right now. And so we are currently in Aries. The sun is in Aries, and this eclipse is happening in Aries. Okay, so perhaps this is a portal for you to say that it is time to get out of your comfort zone, out of your cave, and it is time to move on. Utilize the power of fire, of all of the passionate energy that Aries encompasses and all the forward moving momentum. Move forward, let's start putting things into action. Okay, all of the things that you have been thinking about while you were in hermit mode, okay, needs to be brought down to earth now. And you need to start putting it into action. Start putting all of the thoughts that you have and goals that you've been wanting to work on, and putting them into fruition, building that momentum and manifesting them on earth. Okay, the High Priestess is a very powerful manifester as well. And your psychic abilities are perhaps increasing at this moment, and your intuition is definitely heightened and sharp right now. Okay, so definitely, you want to make sure that you are being mindful of your dreams, and whatever it is that you've been contemplating on, start putting it into action. Okay, because you have the power of Aries and all of the planets that are in Aries behind you. Okay, so let's get some cards to supplement. So with the Hermit, oh, this is beautiful. Okay, with the Hermit, we have the White Rose of Hope. Okay, now this looks exactly like the Hermit card because he has the star in his lantern, and this is like the star that she's holding, and it is her heart. Okay, and so you're encouraged to lead with your heart. And like I said, you need to reevaluate what your values are and lead with your heart and start aligning with things and situations and people that are in alignment with your vibrational frequency and what your goals and your dreams are. Okay, you have some goals that you're working on, and if you're surrounding yourself with the wrong people, with the wrong habits, with the wrong job, okay, that's not in alignment and you're miserable, then you're not going to be able to lead with your heart. You're not going to let your star shine bright to the world. Okay. This is the prime time this week is really encouraging you to put your heart out there and let your star shine. Okay. Start showcasing your talents, your gifts, your skills, your abilities to the world. And I think you'll be surprised with what you're able to manifest when you're utilizing the power of fire that is currently available to us right now. This forward moving momentum. Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus is going to be a very powerful portal in time, because Uranus is the planet of a sudden eruption, sudden changes. Okay, and Jupiter just expands that, and it's in Taurus, which is about finances, and it's about agriculture and things that are in an earthly realm and beauty and stuff like that. Okay, so you definitely want to utilize that energy to your advantage and utilize all of the energy that is in Aries right now. So that but yeah, and I'm also getting cut everything out that is not serving you. Okay. And so all of this is going to allow you to alchemize everything that you've been working on while you have been in hermit mode, to let your inner start. You are becoming who you're really truly meant to be. Okay. With the King of Swords, we have pure nature, and this is what another flower card here. And I think, so what I just said, you are becoming who you are truly meant to be. And so you are allowing yourself to bloom into who you're meant to be. Okay. You have been in hermit mode, and now it is springtime. We are having a lot of forward moving momentum. You're cutting things out that are not serving you anymore. Okay. I used to enjoy a lot of different hobbies, and my lifestyle used to be a lot different. And now slowly it has been changing. And now I'm not the same person. I'm not even the same person I was last year. And sometimes it's bittersweet, because you have to cut things out of your life, right? You have to cut people out of your life. You have to cut substances out of your life. And it's a little bit tough in the beginning, because you're used to, it's like a habitual, you grow into a habit of having things around. And so in the beginning, it's kind of bittersweet. You miss the old stuff, but then you know it's not resonating with you anymore. And for you to bloom into the wonderful flower and blossom and rose that you are, you need to cut those things out. Okay? And there is much beauty inside you, my dear Libra. And in order for you to fully bloom, you must also heal. Okay, with the therapist or with the natural healers, or whoever it is that you want to approach for anything that you are working on, or that you might be working on if you are. So that way you can focus on blossoming into your very best self. Because you can't do that when you're worried and anxious and depressed, right? It inhibits you from becoming who you are. Okay. And with the High Priestess, we have Can You Hear Me? It's a very beautiful card of a lady that is engulfed in a seashell. Okay. And maybe your voice hasn't been heard a lot. And maybe this is something that you've been working on while you're in hermit mode, while you're in that introspection, while you're in your shadow work. Okay. But know that you have something to say, and you're utilizing the power of the Aries forward moving momentum, the power, the fire, the passion, the impetuous energy, the willingness to create. You're coming out of your shell now, and you're ready to bloom. You're ready to let your star out. your true self. And you have a lot of power inside you, and you're ready to release it into the world. So do the steps that you need to do. Don't worry about anybody else. This is your time, Libra. Okay? You have a lot to offer the world. To close the reading off, we have the Giraffe Spirit Animal Oracle. Let me grab that for you, and then we will close off for the day. A very interesting reading, Libra, I must say. All right, so we have the Giraffe Spirit Animal here. Rise above earthly matters. Glide through life with grace. You are able to see the right path. Stand tall in your self-worth and love with a big heart. Some target words here for you to contemplate are gentleness, grace, beauty, charm, higher perspective, vision, foresight, perception, mother's love, and intuition, like the High Priestess. Giraffes are the tallest land mammals. They tower far above all other and stride with grace across the savanna. So like this tall giraffe, you all, like in the High Priestess card, you have no limit. You're the tallest. There's no ceiling for you, okay? There's no limit to your potential. Their long, slender necks lift their sight so they see life with a greater perspective. Giraffe often appears when we need to be reminded just how grand we are and that we have the potential to rise above any challenge with grace. Giraffe people are encouraged to stretch themselves as far as they can go. If giraffe is your totem, you are a natural visionary with keen perception. You can see things that are coming long before others can. Giraffe people have strong bonds, so that's intuition and foresight and psychic abilities, right? Giraffe people have strong bonds with their family and friends because giraffe mothers share a special protective love with their offspring. This is meaningful totem for children and mothers. Giraffe is very giving and often needs to set boundaries to avoid being misused. Okay, so perhaps this is something that you've been contemplating on while you're in hermit mode. A unique giraffe trait is just how little sleep and water they need to maintain themselves and their lives. This characteristic signifies their conservative use of resources. Giraffes have amazing stamina and are patient, silent, and wise. Giraffe is an elegant power animal that bestows on you the gifts of friendship, grace, wisdom, and charm. So some things to keep in mind from the messages coming from Giraffe Spirit are, did you stick your neck out too far? Have you lost your balance? Do you need a higher perspective on a tough situation? Do you need to put yourself first and get more sleep and water? And reach for the truth from a greater perspective. Okay, very, very cute and powerful reading, my dear Libra. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if that's something that you like to do. You can also hit that bell notification to let you know whenever I release new videos. And if you want a more holistic approach as to what is happening for you this week, definitely not only check out your sun sign, but also your moon, your rising, and your Venus. I'm truly grateful for your energy and for you watching my video today. I will see you later.